if we stand strong together, we can't be denied. If one of us goes down, we have another, and another, and another that's ready to fight. So let's hit this field and bang them, bang them, bang them. Somebody, light me up.
It's time to huddle up. It's the Turf District Podcast. Welcome back to the Turf District, where we huddle up to talk all things Edmonton Elks and the CFL. And we are a proud member of the Canadian Football Podcast Network. Thank you again for joining us, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, or maybe you're joining us listening to the podcast, or possibly listening on Edmonton Sports Talk Radio. Thank you very much for joining us. We're very happy that it is a Tuesday night and it is in between playoff games, and so maybe you will have some time to spend with us as we catch up with one of our favorite players this evening. First, let's bring in my co-host for this evening. Mike is on the one show list, so we are bringing in Commissioner Kayla. How are you?
Like that sounds like it's a substitute.
No, not. I'm going straight to Commissioner Kayla. That's what I should have said. Yes, there we go.
That intro just never gets old,
right? It never gets. I know. I know. Both of us are sitting there like, woo. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it was better than the intro when I started the music and forgot to put the thing on loop, and everybody got to watch me send out the link. So that was great. Thank you, Tyler, for getting right on that and letting me know. I do appreciate it. We have some fun this evening, but before we get to that, Kayla, are you in the playoff fever? What's going on?
Which playoffs? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, relatively. I mean, I'm excited, but I also don't have TV, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
I just like check on my app and refresh, and I completely forgot about the game last night. So, but I know I seem like a really bad fan because I'm like, oh, Oilers, and I'm like, yeah, but it's round 2, count me in.
That's how it works. All right. Well, no, I like Leanne saying that James screams woo from the other room every time the pod starts. That means that it is having an effect. That's great. Let's bring in our guest because we have a wonderful guest, our good friend. We're making his second appearance, kind of third, because we kind of did a little bit earlier in training camp, but kind of third time onto the show. Your friend and ours.
Kind of fourth, actually.
Fourth? Oh, well, he's on every. Oh, I guess that's right. There he is. Let's bring in Dean Faithfull. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm splendid. It's good to be back.
Splendid. See, you always get like the best words when you.
Where's my cup of tea? Like that, just it's so fitting.
It's outstanding. It's wonderful. Dean, thank you for joining us. It has been a while. We have not seen you since Grey Cup. Now that was a fun time though. So why don't we go all the way back to there? Tell us about your Grey Cup experience.
I had a great time. It seems like forever away, but also yesterday. But which is insane. But no, I had a great time. I went there with the goal to experience something that I wanted to be a part of one day on the field.
Yeah.
It was also great to experience it off the field, obviously, and just to meet all those fans and to experience the culture and really understand what the CFL means to everybody. I got exactly what I wanted out of it, and that was just to experience the whole thing and just to, add a bit of fuel to the fire for the future, because why not dream that you can be there one day? Why not? I should have those thoughts, and I do have them goals. So.
Absolutely. And that's the goals we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how did that all come about though, Dean? Were you just like one day, like pick up a phone? Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Grey Cup. Like, here I go. Buy my ticket. Let's go. How did that come about?
A little bit. I was obviously, once the season was done, I was kind of toying with, well, what should I do? I haven't been home for a long time. I was thinking, what should I do now? But yeah, it was kind of a last minute thing. I heard a few of the boys were going, like Aaron and Jake Sresna were there. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I'll just go. I'll get my ticket. I'll hop on a flight and I'll go see what it's all about. Because, for me, I take that attitude of you never know how long it's going to last. And I just wanted to experience it all whilst I was part of it and in the CFL. And yeah, I really just wanted to just get a taste of what the top level was like.
Oh man, that's like Sophie's choice though. Like Grey Cup, England. I would be like, oh, I don't know. It's too hard.
It was cold in Hamilton.
That was cold? Oh.
I know. Well, I saw it was minus 36 whilst I was away. And I was sort of giggling to myself.
I'm not there, not right now. Yeah, exactly. Some guys toughed it out. I can appreciate though that not being right in there. Now, for us, we got to tour you around a little bit at Grey Cup, including the Spirit of Edmonton breakfast. So tell everyone what you thought of that, because as we say, it's the best breakfast you'll never remember, but it was it seemed like it was a good time, and I know a lot of people were really happy to see you there.
Yeah, it was great, and I didn't really get into the spirit like you should, you hoped I would, and I had my glass of orange juice, but just to be around everyone doing it, and I'd heard how great the Spirit of Edmonton organization was and how it was the best, and it lived up to that expectations. And I actually posted today, I think you reposted it, but I had promised
this one right there.
Yeah, there you go. They had given me, I've been given the mugs, and I was so proud to have the mugs. And I said, I promise I'll get some pictures of the Faithfull boys over Christmas. And it took me a bit longer than Christmas, but at least I didn't break my promise. Yeah, they love the mugs. They use them every day for their tea. So perfect.
That's so for people who don't know, this is your dad, your brother, and your nephew. Yes. Yeah,
that's my dad, Paul, my brother, Luke, and my nephew, Jacob. Yeah.
Awesome. And how old is Jacob?
He's 5 or just turned 6.
Wow. 6. Okay. Awesome.
So he loves it. Like he recently had a school day where he could dress up whatever he wanted to for World Book Day. And he was either going to be a soccer player, which didn't really relate to any books, or he was going to be an Elks player or Spike. And he didn't decide in the evening, but in the morning he decided. And his mum sent me a picture saying he's decided to be an Elk for the day. So he wore his top, took his book. You see the book he had holding, and so that made me really proud. Really proud.
Oh, it's happening.
I'm gonna dress up like Uncle Dean.
It was like that. Yeah, it was. He had Faithfull on the back. He's gone to school, and amazing. And those are the little things you just don't forget, or I'll always be proud of. So
that is just so awesome.
Like, does he go to school then and like talk about football?
He does, I think, a little bit. Yeah, he watches it, and he used to send me. My brother used to send me videos of him saying, good luck. I should have sent you that video saying, kick it through those posts, Dean. That's what he used to say. He used to kick it through. And it would just make me laugh, and it just gave me that extra motivation. So, yeah, he loves it, and we did a bit of training as well over Christmas.
I was going to say that you sent me the one video. I couldn't get it to load to be on here, but you said that video was him kicking it, right?
Yeah. So I bought him an Elks football from and then obviously I had his Elks shirt, and I said, "Well, we're going to go out and learn how to kick." And near where I live is a little soccer field with a small soccer post, and so I taught him how to kick over the posts. So he loved it. He was a natural. But the next day I felt bad because he said, "Uncle Dean, my quad." Well, he didn't. I think he said my leg, but he was pointing to his quad. He said, Uncle Dean, my leg hurts, and he was complaining for a good 2 or 3 days that his leg was hurting. But yeah, at first he was kicking it along the ground, and the video I sent you, by the end, he was getting height and getting it over, and just again, amazing.
It was hilarious because he got it over, and then you like went to go give him a high five, and he like took the jersey off and was turning away from you, and then it's like, oh, a high five, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, he'd been dying to take. We're Southampton FC fans in soccer, and he loves his Southampton top, and so he'd been dying to take that off and wear his Southampton top too. So he had his Elks top on for like 2 hours, and he was just, Uncle Dean, can I take this off now? I said, just keep it on until we, make some field goals. And so as soon as he made it, you saw him. He was just like,
like off it comes. Yeah.
But yeah,
I was waiting for him to turn and wave and do the whole. They didn't know. I was like,
think.
Like that's the next video. You're welcome. I'm here to help you, Dean.
Yeah, that's one for Instagram.
Now the one other part of the Grey Cup that you helped us with, Chris, was shaving his head for supporting kids with cancer, and you came in as the special barber. So tell us about that, and then about the CFL Fans Fight Cancer event.
Yeah, that was a great event. Again, one I was glad to be a part of, and obviously managed to somehow wangle my way into cutting Chris's hair, which was great fun because obviously everyone knew his long hair, and I just got in there and butchered his head. But what a cause, and fair play to Chris for doing that. And again, another great event. I love that event inside. I end up meeting tons of Elks fans and swap shirts with a fan. I end up having one of my shirts on, and I swapped it for an old Eskimo shirt, and just to interact with those fans in that way was great. So that was a great event, and fair play for Chris for shaving his head. Has he grown it all back yet? Has he stayed?
Last I saw him, he's like, in the middle, like way more than me. But I don't know if he's getting it back long or what he's doing. So, but I know it was.
Ask him.
It was getting there. Yeah. So I think it's important that we show this comment that Leanne saying "God save the Dean," much like my shirt. That was wonderful. She put that on before we even started, so I give points for that. Cliffy getting right in with saying a jolly good time, which is outstanding. We're
perfect.
How we need to do that. Actually, one of the best calls by Morley Scott was that when you kicked that game-winning field goal, and he said "jolly good." I'm like,
jolly good.
That was great.
I dream of it. I can still hear his voice.
Oh, we all hear Morley's voice at night. It's fine. You're not alone. Yeah.
He haunts what he's saying.
While I'm saying that, if you have any questions for Dean, throw them in the comments, and we will make sure that we ask Dean those questions there. So, Kayla, did you have anything else from Grey Cup that you want to touch on?
Oh, that is just a heavy loaded question. I could talk about Grey Cup all day.
That's fair.
But what kind of t-shirt did you swap? Was it like a vintage Eskimo shirt? Like what made you swap?
I think I have it. Do you want me to grab it?
Sure. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Hidden away somewhere. It's a special top. Did I make some noise? Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah.
It's a special top. Some people are going to love this top and be very jealous that I have it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, no way.
What?
Gizmo top. Yeah, look, so.
And you traded that for the one you had?
What did I have?
Like, wow. That is a great cup story.
I think I had like honestly, I can't. I think it was a training top. No. It was. Do you know what? It wasn't even a jersey. It was one from the store. It was a starter, one of the nice ones with the rings around.
Mm-hmm.
It just had Elks on the front, and the guy was like, "I love that top," and he ended up swapping for this. So.
Wow.
Everybody was like, "Are you sure?" And I even asked him 10 times, "Are you sure?" And at first I even said no. Like he come out, I said, "Look, no, like I guess everyone had been drinking." I said, "Look, it's okay, appreciate it." But he came back before he left, and was kind of upset that I wouldn't swap. And he said, "Look, will you swap?" I said, "Okay, of course I will." And so in the bar we end up shirtless, swapping tops, and I got a Gizmo Williams top. So again,
Wow.
I think I got the good deal. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. Oh, that's amazing.
I know
Oh my
it's one of the cool Adidas ones, from back in the
Yeah,
day.
those are the early or late 90s, early 2000s. Like that's an amazing one.
I want to know who that was. Like,
Me
I have a
too.
feeling it was Daryl for some reason. I gotta ask him now. Be like, did you swap shirts with a Brit?
Yeah, like that would be fitting actually. Yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah.
yeah, you scored big. Oh man.
I did.
That's
And
fantastic.
maybe I pass it on to someone in the future. Maybe we keep passing on the love.
Yeah,
Someone,
that's
a fan or someone who loves Gizmo Williams will pass it on.
that is so awesome. I mean, he doesn't have one of these shirts though. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, these are like
One of a
even
kind.
signed. Like mine's signed. I don't know. That's pretty.
One of a kind you've got on
That's
there.
right. It's priceless. Priceless. I wanted to. You got to actually go to the game too. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. And what did you think of that game? Just because that's it was just a back and forth affair. I know, like I was wearing my shirt that said I hope both teams just have fun, but it was a good game. Like I thought it was a great game. What did you think?
It was a good game. I must admit I'm attentive with the kickers.
Yeah.
So I was watching and filming
Weird.
like all the kicks, and just paying attention to that. But yeah, what a game, and what a finish at the end. Made it really exciting.
Absolutely.
For the neutral, and again, I found myself quietly watching the celebrations from afar, just thinking, God, I'd love to be up there one day, So, no, great event, great game. So I'm really glad I went. But it was a bit chilly. It wasn't cold, all right. It was a bit chilly.
A bit chilly. That's fair. I'll give you chilly. That's fine. We could. We want to see you celebrating that as well, and we want to be down there celebrating with you. That's I mean, it's a small thing to ask, but really, Manon, who is one of our Montreal friends, says it was the most beautiful football game of the season. Now she might be biased. Who knows? But she did enjoy that game.
But she does have a point.
She does. It was.
I mean,
it was,
one of maybe the not the most beautiful game, because I think there is a certain Labor Day rematch that may be a little bit more special for us. But
I agree.
That was a really good game.
That was a good game. That was a very exciting game.
That has the greatest wave of all time. Yeah, it was outstanding. I want to move on a little bit though now, Dean, for the rest of the off season, because we can see your shirt with the GDK was standing for Game Day Kicking, and you've been doing a ton of stuff with Game Day Kicking. So tell us a little bit about that and kind of what you've been up to.
Yeah, obviously, the off season, I kind of obviously focused on my own game, but also took the opportunity to maybe pass on some knowledge and help some other people. So Game Day started a couple of years ago, and something I've been wanting to carry on, and even throughout the season I'll have young kickers reach out and ask advice, and happy to give advice and send video and help anyone progress, really, who wants to progress and have the opportunities like I did. And so went to Europe, obviously went back home, had some family time, and then I was really keen, and I've been keen for years, to do a European kicking camp. And it's not really been done. And so I was like, well, I want to be the first to go do it at a high level, connect with the professional clubs out there, connect with the league. So there's the European League of Football, which you're aware of. And so I actually partnered with them and partnered with the Paris Musketeers. And the Paris Musketeers is actually an interesting one, because there's a connection to the Elks. And so Yeah, I don't know if you remember a name called Jason Johnson, who was a QB. He was on the
Yes.
team from
Yes.
2004 to 2006.
Yes, he was the third behind Ricky and Jason Moss. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
member of the team that won the Grey Cup in 05.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I got connected with Jason, who is now part owner of the Paris Musketeers.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
So we connected, obviously had a connection through the Elks and chatted, and I told him my idea, and I was really proud of this one because it really started as an idea. And I thought, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it. And connected with Jason, connected with the Musketeers. Next thing, I was on a flight to Paris, and we had 25 kickers.
Wow.
We had guys fly in from Germany, from Spain, from Austria, from all over the place to come in and work with me for a day, which was just the most humbling thing. That amazing, and it was really successful. And so I was just really proud of that one.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Now, you sent me pictures of like the game day kicking team. Like you sent me this one. I'm assuming these are all guys that are part of it.
They are Paris Musketeers coaches.
Oh, they're okay. There we go. Awesome.
Yep. And so the head coach is there, special teams coach in the middle. And so they were so helpful on the day and made the camp what it was, really, just really helpful. And I can't thank the Musketeers enough, to be honest. Really progressive football club that want to see football progress in Europe. So as soon as I told them my idea, they were like, we love it. And so because of that, now they've actually taken a real focus on kicking. And, I'll be helping them out as they go on and start their season too. But the head coach has said, I want to make our kicking game great. And so, in Europe, it's kind of taken some time for the special teams to get the attention it deserves. And it will over time. And so I'm glad I can be part of that to sort of encourage that focus. And because, again, kickers win games. So
that is so is this then the entire group of guys that were there for the kicking day?
That was the group. That was the group there. There was some of those guys are pros in the European League from Spain, and some of them were novices. And so we had a real mix. Some of them never kicked a football before. And we found a couple of gems. Like one guy had a huge leg. A French guy had never played, just messed around in his backyard, and turns out he was really good. So we found a couple of really talented kids that I hope to see in the future.
Oh man, that is cool.
Yeah. Is there any kind of connection that you're going to make with the CFL Global Combine to get maybe a little bit more notice? Because this sounds very intriguing to have like a European football. I know that we already have like global operations, but there is such an opportunity here, and I feel like it's not being tapped into.
I've tried to have those conversations, and it's difficult. I had the support of the CFL on this one, in the manner that they said, any film you want to send us, any global players you think, make the mark, are talented enough, please send the film away, and then when they can be considered for the global draft. Mm-hmm. So we did have that connection with the CFL. And so I'm hoping that maybe over time, as this grows and becomes a better thing, that maybe there is a direct connection. And, maybe CFL coaches do look to Europe more to go find some global players. Because right now there is a bit of a disconnect. It's hard to find the talent. And so maybe if I can provide that platform for the talent, it's a no-brainer, right? It's easy for coaches to go to and say, and hopefully they would trust my opinion. I'd have to build up a reputation where I say this guy is ready. But yeah, you're right. I think there is a huge opportunity there. And I hope the CFL, they have their global plans. And I'd love to see them build on it. It'll be great. I mean, why not? I mean, the NFL is doing it. they obviously have the means, the budget, everything, the reach to do that. I don't see why the CFL can't tap into it too.
Well, especially if you have interests like with yourself, you want to be sort of like a liaison for football in general, but you already have an in and you love kicking in general. So use that opportunity, CFL. Like if you're not going to send me, at least use the players that you have.
No, it's true. Yeah, no, I'm willing to help. I want to be that bridge because there is, there's a big ocean in between, and there's the rest of the world as well. We're not just talking about Europe here. We're talking about global. And so, yeah, there is the talent out there, and as much as I think it's really important to develop the Canadian talent, if we're going to have a global program, if we're going to have global spots, then let's optimize those spots.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get as much talent as possible, because then it brings the league up, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and then you have an audience that's stretching further than Canada, which is exactly what you want to actually further your organization. And even if you only have however many global players on your team, that's still huge access to a market of audience members, right? I mean, look at your family, just in general.
I know. Well, there's now 100. There's probably 100 Elks fans in England now, and there was 0. There was 0 last October or last September. So yeah, we now have. Yeah, it's true. There's now 100 or so, and everyone's got faithful shirts. So
as they should. They should. Sorry, which part of England is it again?
Southampton.
Okay. I just need to know, so when I go over there and I wear my jersey, that they're going to be like, hey, I know that team. It'll be great. Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, I ran it. You're one of the 100. That's amazing. Yeah. Where's your faithful shirt?
Yep. So go to the South Coast.
Okay.
No, but it's been cool. There's been guys I've not met before. Like there's a British punter, just plays locally in England, reached out to me and was like, Dean, can I get a jersey, a faithful jersey? And so I brought it back for him from Canada and sent it to him. And, I've never even met him. And I just thought that was brilliant how he was just like, yeah, I'd love to have a shirt. And so, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You didn't trade him for a Gizmo shirt? Or
no. He didn't have anything I wanted.
Oh, well, geez, that's... So after you do all of the European stuff, then you're in Colorado, and you've been mostly doing your kicking camps in Colorado, yes?
Well, there's a bit in between. I was in Paris. I did a lot of stuff in England, individual coaching. I did a lot of stuff with the Great Britain national team.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
Great Britain has a team, an American football team, and they go and play across Europe. They play Denmark and Sweden, and so the kickers sort of asked for my help, and I went over to their practices and helped the kickers. And so I've sort of made myself that connection and resource for them. So technically I'm kind of the Great Britain kicking coach right now for men's and women's. And we actually have a really, really good women's kicker, which is amazing. Left foot, she can strike it. Like it was great to see. So I've been doing that as well in England.
Okay, wait. What about Scotland? Because I feel like we need to infiltrate Scotland before I go there.
Well, my connection with Scotland, I wasn't in Scotland, but one of Game Day Kicking's coaches is a guy called Robert Grant, and he's from Scotland, and he used to play when it was NFL Europe back in the day.
Okay.
And then he played for the Scottish Claymores. Have you heard of those guys?
I think I have heard that name before. Yeah,
it's an old name. Yeah. It was an old European pro team. So he's a Scottish fella. He's working for Game Day, so he's running some stuff up in Scotland too, and helping any kickers that want to be up there. So you're always welcome to go visit Robert in Scotland.
They have yeah. All right. Well, I'll be there next year, so we're gonna have to arrange that.
So when you're Now, when did you come back to America after that, or were you still traveling in other places?
Yeah, there was Paris then. I was in Australia for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Okay. Holy cow. You're really getting around this off season.
I know. I was excited to go to Australia. I used to live there. I lived there for 2 years.
Okay.
Played soccer there in different parts of Australia. So I've got some really good friends there. One of my best friends, I was best man at his wedding. And so I actually went back for a wedding, but also took the opportunity to, I took a suitcase of balls and I trained a bit myself, but also, I worked in some schools, some primary schools or elementary schools, and just introduced the game of football to them and had them kicking. Because again, kicking in Australia is very natural for the kids. They grew up playing soccer or rugby or Australian rules.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up doing some sort of clinics in Australia too, and one for a men's soccer team, and we did sort of a challenge where we had to hit a post and then hit the crossbar, and so just introducing the game and just having a bit of fun was great in Australia too. So
I think
I did a bit of both,
video.
business and vacation. It was a bit of both.
It's the best. The best.
Wow. That's unreal.
Do you play any rugby?
No. When I was younger, we did it in school, and I was the skinniest boy, and I would just grab it and run as fast as I could and never tackle. So, I mean, the kicking side was I always kicked things, and even in PE in school, we would convince the teacher to do football or soccer over any other sport. So even if we had basketball, we would convince the teacher, no, let's play soccer, and then we'd play soccer. So everything was kicking. So yeah.
That makes sense.
Fair.
That makes sense. Yeah. So you sent me a couple other photos of you out. I'm assuming this is still in the Paris kicking.
That's a nice photo, isn't it?
It is a nice photo.
Yeah.
Although it looks like you're preparing to do the wave, like right at that moment. Like, did you just put
one arm behind the back and one in front? Is that?
Yeah, that's
yeah. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was doing there, but yeah.
And then I know you post a lot of your kids kicking, like you post the videos of them kicking. And so when you're doing that, do you use those then for lessons for them later, or what's the what's the drive behind that?
Yeah, I'm always recording. There's kind of a couple of business strategy or methods in the kicking world, and there's the recruiting side, and that's where lots of people will post and post and post, and they'll try and get the attention of teams and colleges. And me, I'm more focused on the coaching side. I love getting into the sports performance and coaching, and so when I record, it's really for immediate feedback or to send to them afterwards and say, look, go away, watch this tape and work on your craft. Because really that's what I did. When I was learning, I would film myself, watch it back, film, watch it back. And so I apply them same methods with the kids. And, the posting on Instagram is just a nice way to showcase them. They get to see that on my page, and it makes them proud. And it's just showcasing that, there's that talent out there, especially the youth kickers I have. It's amazing to see them progress. And so I love posting them.
You had one the other day. It was a 13-year-old that kicked a 35-yard field goal, and I was like, I can't even do that. Like, that's incredible. That was awesome. Like, and missed the first one, but then the second one, and there was like just so much joy in that moment, right?
Yeah, young Lincoln, he's been working with me for a while, since he was like 11, and so he was tiny and just soccer background, and we've just every time in Colorado we'll get some work in. I'll say, come out and kick with me, and he's just come on leaps and bounds, just the technique. And you saw it there. As he gets stronger, he'll get more height and he'll get more distance. But for him to hit that without a block too, may I add?
Yeah.
Many kids his age in the States are using blocks up till they're 18, and he's like, nope, no block. He refuses to use one. So yeah, he's a great example just of just how we can start them at a younger age and really develop kickers too. Because think of the talent he's going to have by the time he's 18.
Yeah.
Like he's going to be really good. So.
And does he play for any teams or leagues, or this is just like he just loves kicking?
I think he's gonna in high school this year.
Okay.
Or next year. When do they start high school? I think it's 14 in the States. I think that whenever he starts, he's gonna try and do soccer and kicking in high school.
Wow.
So right now he doesn't. So, he's kind of got a head start because many kickers start their journey halfway through high school. The coach says, "Oh, you can play soccer. Come and kick some balls," and it goes from there. So
isn't that how you got started?
Yeah, someone was just like, "You'd be good," and, but I was 33, so a few years on.
Oh, yeah, just a smidge after high school. Not a lot.
It's like yesterday.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's nothing.
You're 33, yeah, nothing.
Well, I know that the off season is getting to the point where it's kind of wrapping up for you. So, do you go into like a heavy training schedule as you get towards training camp, or what's this last little bit like before you get to Edmonton?
So honestly, it will start to lighten up. So
okay,
I like to do things right. So when I got home, I took time off, and then I met with my sports performance coach, and we said, right, what does the next 5 months, 6 months look like? And so it's been phased. So all the heavy stuff was done at the beginning, and then it's kind of phased, and now we're into more power. And as we get closer to camp, it's going to be about being fresh and being powerful. Obviously, I want to stay strong, but that really heavy stuff is just going to slow me down. You want to keep a quick leg. And so, yeah, I'm in that kind of phase where the kicking has ramped up and the gym stuff has kind of come down a little bit. So I've been kicking a lot. And again, as that gets close to camp, I'll take that back as well, because you want to turn up to camp fresh and ready. I know how to kick. I have to be confident that I'm in my ability, and I know how to kick now. So just turn up fresh and do what I do.
Absolutely. Show everybody what we already see, right?
Exactly.
Okay, random question, but do you do personal training on the side too, or is that just for your own benefit?
So I have kicker specific programs that I help athletes with.
Okay.
So again, if these athletes are unsure of how to approach the gym, then I'll help them with kicker specific programs. Okay. So yeah, not personal training across the board, but more really specific stuff that I do in the gym. I can help them do as well, and give them a plan and help them. Yeah.
That's awesome. So this year, they didn't do a ton of ads to the team, but they did do some. And, as you were just talking about at Grey Cup, both Aaron and Jake now not part of the team. So it's part of the CFL. Things switch around.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to with some of the new guys, McLeod Bethel Thompson joining the team and taking the quarterbacking? How are you feeling as you come into training camp with some of these new guys?
Really excited. Yeah, you can see we've been busy in certain areas, and I think that's a great thing. I think it's expected in professional football that lots of new talent's going to come in, and so yeah, I'm excited by what's coming in, and I'm a big Trey fan, and we all are, and let's hope. I want him to keep doing well and keep succeeding. So I just want us to do really well as a team, and I think there is that hope, and that people are feeling it again. I know we kind of said it last year. I think we had similar conversations pre-season. We feel like it's going to be a good year, and there was great moments last year. Mm-hmm. And again, I think we're all optimistic there's going to be even more great moments. And yeah, so I'm excited by the boys that are coming in.
Fantastic. And when do you actually get up here for camp? Do you come like the week before, or when do you usually pop in?
Yeah, I'm gonna get here at least a week before, so soon. Looking at next week.
I was gonna say that's
Oh my
right
God.
away. Like
That's
it's
crazy.
very soon. We're less than 3 weeks away from sitting in the stands and all with our little English flags waving and waiting for you to,
I know. I feel like the club shop needs to have a
right?
flags
It
now.
really should. At this,
Christine would so be down with that.
I know. Oh, I
think
miss her as well. I miss her.
yeah, so we'll have to ask for sure. We did get one fan question here. Actually, Chris did pop into the chat and he said his hair is about 3 inches now. So that's I'm not going to tell you how long that is because I don't want to get into that conversation, but I know there's 3. He says 3 inches. So okay,
Gee, that's long.
I right? Like wow, that's I'm yeah nothing. Okay, but Leanne was asking, what team are you looking most forward to playing against this season?
Calgary.
Of course. Attaboy.
Calgary.
You got that. That was an easy one. That's
Easy.
That's
No, I mean easy one, Calgary. But there are a few teams in there that will, be nice to, have better performances against. I think we owe some better performances to a couple of them, and I'm looking forward to playing away at Montreal actually, because never got the opportunity last year, so I've yet to play at that stadium. So I heard it's a beautiful place to play.
I can say with all confidence, it is probably my most favorite stadium.
Is it?
Not because it's grand or like the seats are awful, whatever. It's just the atmosphere and the location, and it's Montreal. Who doesn't love Montreal, right? And we may have some really good people in Montreal. So
yes, we do. Yes, absolutely. And Chris also saying, Dean, that the first cherry Coke is on him. So that's important to know that. Cliffy already giving the shy smile to the fact that we are talking about Montreal. So many things to look forward to. Dean, I want to thank you for taking some time to tell us about game day kicking and all the stuff you've been doing in the off season, because we love catching up with you. I'm excited to see you at training camp in a couple of weeks, but in the meantime, where does everybody find you and your game day kicking stuff and all these things so that they can follow along with all this amazing stuff?
Yeah, thank you, and I appreciate you following that. And just to add to the game day stuff, as much as I have been selfish in my pursuit of sport, I think I've always taken time to remind myself of the bigger picture, and that's kind of the point of game day kicking, right? Is to remind myself that things are bigger than me, and I always ask the question: how can I prolong these abilities or maximize this opportunity that's been given to me? And one thing I think I can do that is open up the door to young athletes and help guide them as best I can. So that's really my goal with game day kicking. And so I appreciate you taking some interest in that. It means a lot to me. And yeah, you can reach me at game day kicking on Instagram. So at game day kicking. Yeah, it's the same on Twitter. And then gamedaykicking.com is my website. And so if anyone has interest in kicking or might have young kids that are thinking about getting into football and are interested in the kicking side, and happy to answer any questions, people can always DM me. I don't ghost anyone. I'm always available. I'm not that famous, so reach out to me and let's see what we can make happen.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, do you if you have to go, that's fine, or you can hang out and talk about the games that we're going to talk about, theme games and stuff. It's totally up to you. Wherever, I don't know what your schedule is like. So
I'm here.
You're here. All right. Well, then we're just
co-host now.
That's right. Yeah, it's co-host Dean now. We're just trading it right now. It's nice to have. I mean, Mike was great, but I mean, I'm kidding. Mike can come back too. All right. So team did sign a couple other people, just to let everybody know. Defensive lineman Azir Kamara. I thought you would be appreciative of that last name, at least, Commissioner. I mean, Right? I know. Yeah.
Fluttering.
Now you can actually get an Elks jersey with Camaro on it, and it would be okay.
Right?
You're
Right.
welcome. Quarterback Woodrow Trey Lowe the third, which is a very long name. That'd be interesting. Defensive back Keyshawn Walker and defensive lineman Randy Charlton. So more guys coming into camp. So that should be interesting. I do want to give also a quick tailgate update in that Mike and I were able to work with a couple of people and the team together, and we are now with our football family. So we're very excited. So 5 of us all in a row, right where we wanted on the south end of the parking lot. So we will update with where we actually are and a picture and things like that soon. But I want to thank everybody involved. That was really, really awesome of those people to open up to talk to us and be able to make this all happen. So we really, really appreciate it, and it's going to make tailgating even that much more fun. Also on the tailgate note, stay tuned in the next week or so. There may be some things hitting the shop. There may be some things that will be announced shortly, including one tailgate menu. So follow along for all of the tailgate news that is coming up. It's going to be very exciting. So theme games have been announced for the year. And you know what? I want to give the Elks credit. These are actual themes. It's not like we turn the lights out and that's a theme. This is actually
Okay, but wait, that
theme.
looks really cool in BC though. Come on.
In BC, sure, but in Saskatchewan they keep saying it's blackout. That's not. No, whatever.
No.
It's not. No. These are actual themes.
Yes,
I give credit for that. So at some point in the very early part of this season, the 18 millionth fan will come through the gates in the Elks 75-year history, which is amazing all on its own. Be curious to see what they do for that. But home opener. The theme is home opener, which I think is kind of funny because that's not really a theme after I just said all the themes, but it is celebrating the 75th anniversary of this team, the 75th season. There is going to be a ton of alumni there. Dean, as a player, when there is that much alumni around, is that a learning opportunity? Does that put extra pressure? Like, how does that feel when you've got all those guys that played for the team before?
It's got to be a learning opportunity, isn't it? Just and I guess you don't get to really experience how they were as a player, but you can pick up on how they conduct themselves and their mannerisms. And personally, I don't feel any extra pressure. I think it makes the game more exciting, and you want to perform for them and make them proud because they've achieved huge stuff. A lot of those alumni are winners multiple times. And that's exciting to be around.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should have called it like homecoming or something like that. All the players are coming home.
Right? Like I agree. Like I'm excited to have this many. They're saying this is the most alumni they've ever had at an Elks game, like ever. So
did they give a number?
They haven't given a number yet, but we know guys like Damon Allen are going to be there. I've heard that Warren Moon is going to be there. But even the guys that are in the city, right? You've got your Sean Flemings, your Jed Roberts, your Gizmo Williams. Like there are lots of big giant names coming to this. So I'm excited to see who the others are. I think it's going to be a really, really cool way to kick off a season for sure. So
no doubt.
All right, June 14th. It is the night that was made for Kayla. It is 90s night.
Yeah, I gotta get a tracksuit for this game.
I was gonna say, Dean, do you remember the 90s much? You can.
Oh yeah, no, a little bit. Yeah. I love the 90s music. So
okay, so that'll be pumping all night. So when they have these themes and different things and the fans are into it and they've got all these things going on, does that kind of does that do anything for you guys on the sideline, or is it just like, yeah, whatever, we're playing a game?
It's obviously exciting. It does make the game interesting, but to be honest, I think talking personally, I'm so focused. Those things are just, they're going on. Things are going on. Even when they're as great as the cheerleaders are, like even when they're doing their thing, I'm focused on whatever's going on. I don't see anything what's going on, and so I think it's great for the fans. Like I love the themed. I wish we could kind of dress up a little bit on the sideline, but
well, I was going to say, when they dress you in the parachute pants for that game, solely just to, I mean, I can't wait to see you kick that one. It's going to be great.
How good would that be, though? How good,
right? We're all
there must be an exception when some great '90s music comes on the speakers. You're like, okay, yeah. Like I couldn't help but dance. Like if I was on the field, like middle of the play, like this is a great song.
I must admit, I did enjoy Country Night last time.
We have one of those again. That's good.
Yeah, I enjoy a bit of country music. Weirdly, as a Englishman, I grew up on old school country, so I kind of like that whole. I kind of embrace that world, the country world.
Boy, you're lucky you're playing in Alberta, because we're definitely having a country night. That's just how it works. Yeah, that's they gotta have one of those. That is August 11th.
No, this last season, I don't remember a country night at all.
No, that's because we all got really tailgatey before country night because we didn't really want to pay attention. No, I'm kidding.
There was a country night, right? There was the young.
There was. Yes,
the young
there was.
Singer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, there was one. They have one every year. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great game for you, Kayla. Yeah, that might have been the whiskey game. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Not this year.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, July 14th might be one of the most exciting ones for me. It's Dino Day, and they are going to have an inflatable T-Rex combine at halftime. I don't know how we're going to do Westivus and watch this at the same time, but we're going to have to find a way, because that's going to be ridiculous.
Oh my word.
Right. So, Dean, if you could just talk to Lucius about, instead of the Matt, if he could come out in an inflatable T-Rex outfit, if he could run into the field that way. I mean, I think.
Please. Oh my goodness. Yes.
That outfit. Right? So every time I see a video of someone in those outfits, it's so realistic.
Right. Like it's so awesome. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a vertical jump in a T-Rex outfit. Come on, that's going to be worth it, right? I think they have to go by however far they can reach.
They got little arms, haven't they?
I know, it's going to be outstanding. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for this. It's going to be so fun. And actually, sorry, this is a funny comment that just put on when we were talking about all the alumni. Leanne said, "Oh my God, Dean totally needs to get Gizmo to autograph his jersey, because you have the jersey. He'll be there, right? You can get that signed."
100%, I'm doing that.
Yeah, I want to watch that happen. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And Cliffy saying, is the real reason the upper deck is going to be closed off in order to seat all the alumni? Yeah, probably. Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot. It's 75 years. It's a lot of things. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Chris saying, I protest. My birthday is on Dinosaur Day. Well,
that's amazing. Oh my goodness.
What is that? No, that's I'm not going to take the low-hanging fruit there. Chris, you're not a dinosaur. I am. So it's fine. Okay, July 28th, Indigenous celebration. So we will see the return of the Indigenous logo. I am very excited to see that back on the helmets. I can wear my t-shirt once again. I love that Indigenous logo. Cool. I'm very excited to see that come back. So for you guys, Dean, because you guys had obviously the new logo on the helmet and all that kind of stuff. What was the general reaction with that logo?
Everyone loved it. Yeah, it was cool. It's like, can we keep this one?
Yeah, I know.
I
agree. It was awesome.
It was a bit more fierce and a bit more just really cool artwork. And I end up buying a T-shirt from the store just to support that all. And I've still got the T-shirt in my cupboard there. But yeah, I love that. I love it. I think most of the boys did too. They really liked it.
Yeah, it was really really good. So I do like that one. August 11th, we already talked about Country Day. Sure, okay. You'll be excited, Dean. I will, drink enough to forget it, like Kayla. Okay. September 7th, the Labor Day rematch. Oh, that was such a good one last year. Family Day this year. So kids get in free as long as you have an adult with them. I love this idea. I love the Family Day things they do with the cosplay guys around, different superheroes, lots of fun things that they do around the stadium. So I love the Family Day ones. I think it's good. And usually they give a mic to an 8-year-old and let them interview people, and that's always fun.
Do they have an age cap for kids?
I think it is under, like 17 and under.
Is 17? Oh, okay.
Well, because I know the season seats this year, if it were 17 and under, your season seat was $75. So nice. Was switched to celebrate the 75th anniversary. So I know that was the same for both of our boys. Okay. Last year for Riley that he can sneak in.
Oh, yeah. He's a little too large to.
Well, he is 17, so it is. Well, he's going to be 17 in 2 weeks. Oh my God, not like a week. He's going to be 17. So next year, before the season starts, he'll already be 18 and costing me a lot more money for that seat. Anyway, that's fine. He can keep coming. I'll allow it. Yep. Maybe he'll want to take up kicking. I can connect him with Dean. See, that'll be good. See, never know.
Got a T-shirt waiting for him. Just printed some new ones to bring to Canada with me.
So. See, if I send him to that, I am totally giving him this shirt to wear on the first day just to watch the reaction. It'll be outstanding. September 21st is the campus clash. So that is Nate versus Grant MacEwan versus U of A. They are bringing in some alumni this time to go along with the students that are actually at the places, and they get discounted tickets. Went really well last year. I'm excited for that one as well.
Wait. Alumni for what? Like, do I get a discount on my season seats? Because I'm an alumni.
No, I think only the students get the discount, but I think that they are bringing in some alumni from each school to do some of the challenges.
It's me.
It's you?
Kidding.
Okay.
No.
I can't wait. Can you do the T-Rex one?
Yes, please, actually. Sign me up.
That would 100% cancel West of Us if you were part of the T-Rex one, because I would be watching that. Dean comes out of the locker room early just to watch that happen. That's right.
Yep.
That would be amazing. Hollywood night on October 5th. There'll be a red carpet going in through gate 2. Right off the tailgate, you can stumble up the red carpet. It's perfect. Yep. I hope they have the slow motion camera and stuff so everybody can do the poses, especially after everybody's had a couple in the tailgate. That'll be amazing. I'm curious
to know what that all entails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we'll see. It's going to be fun. October 25th, which is the season finale, is the Spooktacular dress up for the game. And they will be announcing the all-time EE team, which is going to be very, very hard to pick. Wow. You can only pick one at each position, and they're doing the like a depth chart.
That is nigh impossible. I am sorry. Like how?
I know. So just think of it at middle linebacker for 1 second, right? Just from the 70s on, right? You have Kepley, then you have Danny Bass. Then you have Larry Ruck for a time. You have Willie Pless, AJ Gass. Like, how do you pick? Like, I don't know. It's going to be nuts. And
let's just be honest. That's how they're picking. Just names.
I'm glad that I'm glad that Mike is being a part of that, because I don't want to be picking that. Anyway, lots of fun at all of the games this year. Thank you, Elks, for actually having themes, and I'm excited for how they are going to deliver on those themes. Dean, another question came from you. Is 27 too old for game day kicking?
From Brent. Interested. 27 is young. 27.
I was
You've got 20 years of kicking in you, Brent.
See,
Let's go.
I think at this point too. I mean, when did you start again? Like, this is perfect. 27 still, like, he has like a lot of years.
34. I played my first competitive game at 30 in college. It was 30.
So you're great, Brent. See, 27 is perfect. Yeah.
So much time.
Is 49 too old to start? Wait, probably. Yeah. Okay. I just want to hang out with you, Dean. That's all. I'm just being.
No,
it doesn't matter.
That was, some kickers have retired at that age. So
that's true. Yeah, exactly. That's right. I should be thinking about retirement. Remember the Dinosaur Day comment? That's how this works. Yeah, that's outstanding. Cliffy D saying if Caleb participates in the T-Rex Combine, he may book a plane ticket to come see it. So I think Elks, just for that, you could definitely pick Caleb.
Must book the ticket.
All right. Brent saying kicking could be his gateway. Yeah. And also saying that when Josh Bell was still coaching with Calgary, he told me I was 20 pounds too small to be too small for football.
Oh, poor Brent.
Oh, poor Brent. But I tell you, he can probably kick excellent. I think this becomes another video that they do is you trying to teach some of the Elk staff how to kick the ball.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That would be
wanting to do that. I've been wanting to teach the mascots.
Okay, so that's got like that has like social media all over it. Like this is
it.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. However I can help make that happen, you let me know. Yeah.
Hunter's still around, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah,
so
Punter's around.
Basically he's kicking himself. Kicking himself in the head.
It's that's an interesting concept. Yeah.
Unusual therapy.
I was gonna say I'm sure there's a psychotherapist in there somewhere that has gonna have a grand old time with that. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is the draft. The draft is next Tuesday. So, Dean, your draft was 1 year ago. Do you remember your draft day?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I won't forget that day. I won't forget it because I was sat by myself in a living room. Everyone I knew had gone to work, and it was 9 o'clock and 9:02. I got a text and then I got a call, and it was just, the best phone call. And we've seen the phone call on social media with Coach Jones, and I was so happy that day. Yeah, full of emotions. I remember being really calm on the phone, and then when I hung up, I jumped around the living room by myself, just kind of like, just so excited, just to have an opportunity to. Because I knew I could do it, I knew I had the ability. I just wanted to, have that chance to showcase it. So, really proud moment that day.
Oh, that's so awesome. And we're so glad it happened. So we'll have new globals that are going to happen early on the Tuesday, and then in the Tuesday evening, the Elks pick number 1 overall, and they have 5 more in the first 31 picks. So it's a lot of talent that be coming that way. I do actually at that same point, I want to say thanks to Cole and Blake from Canadian Football Fanatics. They had a bunch of us on last Sunday to do a mock 3-round CFL draft. And so I got to come in and play Elks GM for, a couple hours. And I did pick first overall, and I did pick Joel DeBlanco. And so let's see if I was right next Tuesday. Probably not, because it's Chris Jones, and I have no idea how he thinks, because I'm not that guy. He knows more about football than I will ever hope to know. So I'm sure that he has some other pick all lined up. But we'll see if we get if that happens. But thanks again to Cole and Blake. It was a great old time. Cliffy D was there representing the Montreal Alouettes. Mark Steven was there representing the Calgary Stampeders, and picked all the guys that I wanted before I had a chance to. But typical Calgary. But it was It was a ton of fun, and I hope we get to do it again next year. And maybe I'll read up a bit more and actually know what the hell I'm talking about. So who knows?
Give yourself credit, Andrew.
But next Tuesday night draft, I'm hoping that the Elks will do some type of draft party like they did before when they had the number 1 overall pick, and maybe have some players like Dean there that we can talk to him at the same time. It'd be great, right?
And pizza.
That'd be fun.
And pizza, right? That's all we need. Picks, pizza, and football players. I'm quite excited. That's good.
Nothing's organized yet, no?
I haven't heard anything as of yet, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
okay.
that would be kind of cool.
If you're a punter, we could say picks, pizza, and punter, but
well, no, because that's his holder is the punter.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it doesn't quite work.
I was gonna say that when I showed the picture earlier. I'm like, hey, where's your holder? But he's probably back in Canada somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I miss him. I got to see him a couple of weeks ago.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. We stay in touch, and yeah, he's good. He's loving life.
Oh, good.
I'm sure when you see him, he'll have his own stories to tell. But yeah, he's loving life.
Excellent. Oh, yeah. we will get him back on too. But we needed to get some focused Dean time this time. All right. Well, thank you again, Dean. This was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us for this evening and just sharing all the stuff that's going on with you. We love catching up with you, and we're very excited to see you in person in yet a couple of weeks. So tell everybody again, where can they follow you and Game Day Kicking and all this stuff so that they can learn all these great things.
Yep. You can follow me, obviously, at Dean.Faithfull on Instagram is my personal account. And then there's at Game Day Kicking. The same for Twitter, at Game Day Kicking. And then I have a website, gamedaykicking.com. So there's ways to reach me through my website, through Instagram. And like I said before, my DMs are always open for questions, for advice and guidance. And so I'm always here.
I can tell you this is very true because when we message Dean, he messages us back, which is awesome.
Not always timely. I admit, I'm a busy bee. I do my best. I sometimes sit down and I make sure I get back to everybody. But yeah, I'd always make that effort.
You should have just said, "Yep, I get right." Like I gave you the opportunity there, man. I'm
too honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm too honest. I should lie.
No, that's fine. We appreciate everything about that. This is kind of funny, actually. Brent just saying that I swear Dean has hit every time zone across the planet this year. I feel like that is the case. Yeah, so that's not wrong, not wrong at all. All right, we'll go in here to say make sure that you follow our friends at Pay It Forward with Football. They have their event coming up on May the 4th. Bowling. There will be Elks players there. There'll be a silent auction. Help them raise funds so they can continue to spread kindness, because what we need more of in this world is spreading kindness. Not to mention they're just amazing people. So follow Pay It Forward with Football. Where does everybody find you, Commissioner?
Oh, I'm almost off my injured list that has lasted almost the entire off season. Out of hibernation as of training camp, and you will be able to find me again on Twitter at Duchess Lombardi.
Beautiful. And of course, follow Superfan Mike at 56 Parkies and the history at HISTOREE, as of course there'll be a whole lot coming out with this 75th season. Superfan will be back with us in a couple of weeks when we are talking about the results of the draft and getting prepped for training camp that will come. So this next one will wait 2 weeks, and then guess what? We're back weekly.
Gosh.
That's right. We're back weekly. We're talking sports every week. We're talking football, Elks football every week. So it's right around the corner. This is very exciting. Follow the show at the Turf District. That is on all of the different social medias, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Blue Sky and Threads. we're on everything. Yeah. There's a
Great.
TikTok too. I really have to get better at updating on there,
Oh,
but there is
man,
one there.
just let it
Yeah.
die. Let it
Oh, Kamish, come on now. You love it. Of course.
I have a question. Are you
Yes.
going to be doing a podcast from training camp again? Kind of.
We are. Yeah. I'm hoping that they will do fan day again, because then it was great for us because we kind of rotated some of you guys through, and then we were able to put a couple of really good reels together. So we're hoping to do that again on fan day and catch everybody and get a chance to chat. And I loved actually the fact that and you did this brilliantly last year when we got everybody to do the plugs for the podcast, and it was like one take, and then you had the little laugh at the end. It was awesome. So good. So yes, hopefully we'll be doing that again at fan day this year. They haven't announced fan day yet, but I'm assuming it'll be in week 2 as it comes up to that second preseason game. So see how that goes. But yes, we hope to be and for the first week for sure, Mike and I will be there every day. So we'll be sitting up there waving. Hi, Dean. How's it going? Yeah.
I'm excited. Can't wait for training camp. Can't wait.
You're probably one of the few that are going to be on the field that says you're excited about it, but we're very excited to be sitting and watching. I can tell you that. So, as I said, keep your eye on the store over the next couple of weeks. There'll be things coming for celebrating our tailgate and celebrating some history of the podcast and a lot of other things. You can find that at zazzle.ca /store/turf_district_shop. And we have more stuff being added there in the next short while. So, usually we would go for overtime, but at this particular moment, I'm realizing that we are up late almost every night watching hockey. So tonight we are not going to have an overtime, but we will be back in 2 weeks, as I said, to talk about the draft. Maybe get one of those newest draft picks on the show that we can introduce them before training camp hits, and we will be in full ramp up for training camp. So join us again in 2 weeks. Dean, thank you once again, and we will see you in 2 weeks or so when you're around, hopefully.
Yes, yeah, next week or week after. But yeah, I'm buzzing for training camp and to see the old boys and the new boys, and excited to meet Boris and train with him too, because what a guy to learn from in camp. So I'm buzzing to meet all the new boys too. So I just can't wait to get to Canada, really. So I'll probably get there nice and early. So I'll let you know when I'm in town. All right.
That sounds fantastic. I'm sure we owe you some wings by now. So that would be more. Yeah. Okay. We can make that happen. All right. For Dean, Faithfull, Superfan Mike, and Commissioner Kayla, I'm Andrew. Remember, you can't catch footballs with your face, and we will absolutely talk to you in 2 weeks.